So it's no secret that I'm quite a big Borderlands fan, and we are just 50 days away from the release of Borderlands 4. And so I thought, to commemorate this exciting time while waiting for Borderlands 4 to come out, I'm gonna try and kill a raid boss every single day until Borderlands 4 comes out. So this is another day of killing one raid boss a day until Borderlands 4 releases. Let's get into it. And we are back over in Borderlands, the pre-sequel, for the second time here, and we are going to be playing our Athena, because, you know, last time we played Nisha, this time I feel like we might as well swap it up and play a different character. So Athena is going to be the character of choice for this time round, and once again we are going to be heading over to the Elysia. That's something like that, to fight the only raid boss in Borderlands, the pre-sequel, and that is going to be the Invincible Empyrean Sentinel. So let us head over there now. I will showcase you the build and all that good stuff, not before we kill this guy on the way. Not before we kill this guy on the... There we go. Easy peasy. Oh, I should have probably grabbed the ammo, so I'm a little bit low on ammo. But that's fine. Yeah, unfortunately, the pre-sequel does only have one raid boss. Now, possibly, I have had a few people say to me that Shadow Trap in the Claptrap DLC should be a raid boss, should be classified as a raid boss. I still don't actually think it is. And I've never... I mean, I know it does have a boatload of HP, but I do not think it is quite raid level HP. So I think we're just going to stick to the Invincible Empyrean Sentinel. So this is the only, you know, canonical raid boss in Borderlands pre-sequel. So yeah, let's put the Moonstones in. Hopefully not die in the process. Bang, 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 bang. And head in to fight the Invincible Sentinel. And I died in the process. Nice. Can I kill one of those authors, please? Probably not the best weapon to use. Maybe I'll kill the turret instead. Killed something. Let me in. Let me in. My god, nearly died. Okay, first things first, let's go over the build. I have a few different weapons that I'm going to be using here today. Weapons I will probably swap out a little bit in between, but I do currently have on a company man. I have the machine on. I also have a smart donk, because who doesn't love the donk? And also a fast talker, which is another decent-ish weapon. Not the best, but I have got a few backups. I've got a few different of the glitch weapons from the Claptrap DLC. Of course, an Excalibur Bastard, Thunderfire, Min Lighter, Badaboom is probably going to be a nice one, especially the Shock Badaboom. I forgot I had that, actually. Yeah, Shock Badaboom. I might actually stick that on for the fast talker at the minute. We need some good shock damage. Old Rosie's good. Any shock damage is going to be good just to take out, you know, the shields. So yeah, that's going to be handy. And of course, I do have a few other little things like the Fire Repulse and also the Lady Fist. So yeah, that should be pretty good. In fact, I might put a Lady Fist on as well. Yeah, I'll put the Lady Fist on. And then we have a Bulwark, which is going to give us some increase in laser damage, because this is probably just the best shield in the pre-sequel regardless. Even if I'm not really using laser weapons, you got that absorb chance for laser weapons, damage resistance. We've got, you know, high capacity, decent recharge rate, good recharge delay, so all that good stuff. But I mean, I should probably just throw on, yeah, screw it. I will just throw on a laser weapon, because it just seems silly not to. Then I'm going to be using the Celestial Gladiator comp, giving us that fire rate, max health, and also our Aspis begins recharging immediately, so we should be able to get pretty much like full uptime on the Aspis, which is great. Stormfront, just because the Stormfront's great. Akak, I do have a few of these to swap between, you know, the Eddie, Moonlight Saga, giving us that little bit of lifestyle, but the Akak is a pretty good one. Unfortunately, there isn't really any, I mean, there are some airborne targets, so we might get a few of that fire rate increase, but thinking about it, maybe I swap to the Eddie. Yeah, you know what, I'll swap to the Eddie. The Eddie's probably better in this case. And as for the build, we are only just a little bit down the Zyphos tree just to get that gun damage and also the additional damage when you're less than 50% HP. Fully down the Tempest tree, whilst the... Crikey, how do you even say that? Saronic Storm? I've never even said that, I just call it Tempest tree because obviously we have the Maelstrom stuff here. This tree is pretty good. I really like all these chains and tethers and all the shock damage that you can deal. And then, of course, the Phalanx tree as well for great survivability. And the shield is pretty baller. I'll be honest with you, the shield is kind of great. So, yeah, that's the build. Let's try and take out the Invincible Empyrean Sentinel. Oh, we get the cutscene. We get this delicious, delicious cutscene. Yeah. I said it before when we were fighting this guy. It is kind of a shame that this is the only raid boss in the pre-sequel and it didn't have, you know, more endgame to it. But it is what it is. We've got this and we'll be happy we got at least one raid boss, I suppose. Yes, the Sentinel. Very scary. The fact that it's just a reused final boss is kind of lame, but it is what it is. Come on then, Athena. So we do want to be doing like jump slams to tether people to us. Those shock tethers are going to be great, and then just building up as much maelstrom as you possibly can, as well as absorbing a bunch of damage with our, you know, shield, Asper shield. There we go. I will be jumping and slamming as much as I can to get all of those shock tethers. And you can see the Thunderfire doing decent work, and I'm dead. Yeah, it should probably... If you don't have the Aspis up, it does can actually become quite difficult to survive. Probably the Thunderfire isn't the greatest of choices just for this initial shield phase. But look at all that damage you're absorbing for a Stormfront. Nice. Because the fire damage is basically doing nothing for us here. There we go. I will actually just pause for a second and take the Thunderfire off for the Min's lighter is decent. Thorny Old Rose. What do I actually want to use? I do like the Vibrapulse, but we've not got multiple enemies, so that's probably not worth it. Yeah, sure. We'll use the Vibrapulse and try and just get that continuous fire damage on us. Make sure to jump over the slam. Bomb. I didn't jump over it. I missed it entirely. That's fine. Not even worried about it. Yeah, we'll just try and keep this on target. It's so difficult to hit. It's the worst thing with these kind of weapons. It's very hard to hit sometimes, but they do good damage. Get those slams, get those maelstrom tethers. Very nice. There we go, phase 2. A little bit more successful, but we are kind of slowly running out of ammo. There we go. I actually jumped over that time, which is good. We want to do as much airborne combat as we can with Athena because she's really good with all of her lightning abilities. Do actually maybe want to put on another... Can't really get crits on this guy very easily, so let's yeah, let's go. I'll swap to the fast hopper for a bit. That reload speed is crazy. Oh god, I just realised I was shooting ricochet bullets at myself. Not the smartest thing going. There you go. Or just get this boss. You just like want to keep shooting her, but when she does that ricochet, you do not want to keep shooting her. Give me those Hades chains. Look at all those stacks. The shock damage stacks. Where'd you go? Oh, it's up in the air. Nice. Ouchies. Luckily, you do have quite a decent amount of ads that are spawning. There we go. Got those chain tethers. Nice. There we go. There we go. And now we're on health. Should be able to do some good work with this company man. We can do this when we got the shield up and it just ricochets us more damage so that our Aspis is going to throw for even more damage. Bang. Big chunks of damage. Nice. Beautiful. There we go. Phase 1 done. Now it's the big face phase, in which I will try and use a bit of bada boom in, because the bada boom for the big face is very, very nice. Since you can hit, like, basically all the bullets right in his face. Which is good, obviously. Electric floor. Try and stay in the air as much as we can. Oopsie daisy, didn't we just sit on that? Okay, I think I'm gonna try and just bada boom this phase down. Okay. There you go. Probably enough. There we go. Face broken. Just crit him down with the company man. Ooh, huge damage. Huge damage. Oh my god, that was amazing. 1,000 stacks at the bottom. Yeah, so if you don't know what those stacks are, basically we have the what's it skill here? Maelstrom skill. Dealing incendiary shock damage causes you to gain a stack of Maelstrom. All elemental damage is increased per stack. So we get 0.4% elemental damage per stack. We got 1,000 stacks. So yeah, that's like 400% elemental damage increase, which is obviously kind of insane, allowing you to put out some pretty crazy numbers. Providing you just keep the Maelstrom stacked up, and it's just any tick of damage that you're doing. So basically weapons with the highest fire rates and stuff like that are generally going to be the best for Athena. You need to actually reload the bada boom. There we go. Oh, the resist shock phase. Yeah, I remember. The annoying, like, got a shield but resist shock phase. So annoying. Probably just need to try and use, like, a neutral damage weapon for this. That's a shock weapon. Why am I putting that on? Need, like, a neutral. Do I have a neutral damage weapon? I have the brain gen. Moonscaper, that's just for rocket jumping, of course. No, we only have elementals because we're Athena, and we should only have elementals, but it just makes stuff like this a little bit annoying to deal with. Maybe I'll put on the Thunderpower. Give him a shield and then make him immune to shock damage. It's a good strategy. Fine. We'll just brute force it. There you go. Good explosive damage. And we're up to 1,000. There we go, face cracked, back over to the company man. And we should just be able to chunk this guy down nicely. Look at this gun. Insane. Nice, amazing. Easy. He's got that shield off. It's pretty free, I'm not gonna lie. And now, because we've done shock phase, we should be able to take out the next phase, corrosive phase, pretty easily. Just gonna try not to die here. Reload my bada boom. Grab some ammo while we wait. And try not to get puked on. Yeah. Puke on me. Yeah, take it. Take it, you fool. We'll reload it. We'll just go for another bout. Throw shield. And then bop, 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 bop. Huge damage. There you go. We're out of ammo. Finish off with this. Oh, company man's just crazy. No! I died! I died right as I killed him! No! I don't think you get any more mob spawns either. No! Why have you forsaken me? Damn, dude. Oh well, it's fine. We killed him. We can always go back in and check our loot. Let's have a look at our loot. Yeah, Athena does any sort of shock and fire elemental damage. It's just kind of insane on her. As you can see, all of my weapons are basically shock or fire, which, like I say, does make that one shock immunity phase on the Imperial Sentinel just kind of annoying because, well, you've just basically got to brute force your way through it. You know, I could be sensible and bring like an explosive weapon or an elemental weapon, but nah. That would require more planning than I've got the brain capacity for. So there we go. Did we get anything? Got some moonstones. Couple of perps. Don't see any legendaries. Oh, what have we got here? Blade Master. Yeah. Got a skin that I've already got. Nope, nope, nope. Can't see anything. A few more moonstones. I'll always get the refresh on the moonstones. And yeah, nope. Think that's about it. Think that is gonna be about it. So yeah, there we go. Empyrean Sentinel down with our kind of Maelstrom. I was going to say Amara then. Athena build. This build is kind of crazy. I love, to be honest, Athena's, you know, skill trees in general. She's some of the most fun skill trees, I think. She's a really well-built character. I mean, she is the canonical character for the pre-sequel, but she's just well-built. Aspis is fun, gives you a nice, like, damage absorption and stuff like that. Makes you feel really tanky. And then just all of these, like, elemental stacking effects, being able to stack Maelstrom up to, like, 1,000 times. And then Hades Shackles, which is what I was talking about. When you do your slam, you link enemies together with that shock tether, which of course is going to give you a bunch of Maelstrom stacks and also going to deal like good shock damage and everything like that. So yeah, no, she's a really fun character. I do like her a lot. Wasn't my first character, like I said, that was Nisha before, but she is definitely up there with my favorites in pretty much all of Borderlands, really. So yeah, there we go. Another day, another raid boss defeated. That is going to about do it for me today, guys, just after I kill this indomitable Elder Orpha, because I don't like the way she's looking at me. There we go. And yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow for another raid boss kill. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Also, just look at this area, man. It's so cool. So cool. Are these like all different vault areas? Is that what I'm looking at? Who knows, man? Who knows? The lore of the pre-sequel is lost. Bye.